Pokemon, the most successful media franchise of all time. Grossing over $90 billion since its debut in 1996, Pokemon quickly took over the world, adapting to almost every form of consumable content under the sun, including the massively popular Pokemon trading card game. Collecting, playing, and trading Pokemon cards became a staple for kids in the 90s and still remains popular to this day, with extremely rare, mint condition cards reaching values upwards of $100,000. My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'm going to be sitting down with some of the most dedicated Pokemon card collectors to find out a little bit more about this obsession. What lengths are these card collectors willing to go just to hold a rare Pokemon card in their hands? Is collecting Pokemon cards just a harmless hobby, or is it nothing more than a get-rich-quick scheme and soul-draining addiction? Hey, Jaren!
How you doing, man? Good to see ya.
Danny!
Hi!
Gary from Pawn Stars!
I'm looking for right in the area of $500,000.
Do you mind if I have someone look at this?
Thank you so much for coming out and teaching us about the wondrous world of Pokemon card collecting.
Dude, of course. Thanks for having me out. I appreciate it.
So what do you consider yourself? Pokemon card collector or just, trading card enthusiast?
I'd say maybe like a Pokemon aficionado.
Yeah, Pokemon card collector, pretty much on a higher professional level.
All of the above. I kind of played the card game and watched the anime series and the movies, and then kind of gravitated towards the video games. So kind of like the whole package.
So what does being a Pokemon card collector entail?
Well, it means that people laugh at you in middle school. That's for sure.
For me, it started in the very beginning of the English release, which was 1999. I was involved in bringing the Japanese Pokemon to this country.
How were you involved?
Well, I was involved by getting the Japanese CD promo cards brought here, graded by professional sports authenticators, and then put on our TV in this country, the Home Shopping Network.
You are getting a complete set of Pokemon cards.
I mean, at the core of Pokemon, their whole motto and everything is gotta catch them all.
You gotta have every single one.
Every single one of them.
Yes.
So a Pokemon card collector is someone who is on an absolute quest to catch them all.
Why did you first start collecting Pokemon cards?
I kind of discovered it again as a young adult. I walked into a comic shop and I saw Pokemon cards and I was like, oh my
I like this.
yes, this is my childhood all over again. I bought a pack and I was literally hooked.
I got interested along on the business side, and all the kids and everything started going crazy in January 1999, including my kids, my sons, who at the time were 7 and 8 years old.
Yeah.
It gave me something to do with them. When my youngest son was, I guess he was about 8 years old, I sent him to bed. We had just opened up a pack and we got our first Charizard. And so I peeked in his bedroom and he was lying on his bed with that Charizard in his hand, just staring at it. His eyes wide open, staring at it. And I said, okay, well, get to sleep, Devin. And he was just staring at it. And so I walked away. The next morning I came in, he was asleep. That card was still in his hand and he was asleep. He wouldn't let it go. Yeah. And I mean, it's memories like that just mean everything.
Do you play the card game at all, or do you just collect?
I played the card game for 2 years, 1999, 2000.
If it's been a while, I haven't played a game in maybe over a year and a half, but I was super into it. I loved it. It was what brought the cards alive.
I tried to get into the trading card game, but my nature is not necessarily super competitive.
And how much do you estimate your entire collection is worth?
I wouldn't give it away for less than $5,000.
$25,000 to $30,000.
5 million.
5 million.
Like if Cade walks up and says 5 million, I say, let's go get him.
Well, now's the time. Can you show off some of your collection?
Sure can. The first edition PSA cards. These are the ones that are worth a solid $40,000 these days.
So this is $400,000 in your hand right now?
This is $400,000, yes. These are the second run, the Shadowless run, without the first edition stamp. PSA 9 Charizard, these are Shadowless other set cards.
Venusaur, Zapdos, Raichu, Ninetales, Blastoise.
Yeah, that's them.
What's the rarest card you own?
This holographic first edition Machamp.
How much do you think that might be worth?
I think when I was looking at it, they said it was close to $3,000. Found the card on Craigslist, but it was all the way out in Compton. And he tells me to wait for him in this alley behind this liquor store. And so 45 minutes pass. I looked at the address and I realized that there was another liquor store with an alley behind it across the street.
Of course.
I ended up going across the street into the alley and the guy was still there. He'd waited for an hour.
It was a $3,000 card.
Yep.
How much did you pay for it?
$5.
How did you feel when you held that card in your hand?
I was hyped. I mean, at the time, I was like screaming, dude. I was so excited.
Sometimes Pokemon holds these competitions where people can submit artwork to be featured on a Pokemon card. So they hosted this competition for this Pichu card specifically.
Yeah.
They selected 13 winners, and they only printed those 13 cards, and I own one of the 13.
I traveled to Dallas, Texas to make a deal on a card, which was a BGS Pristine 10 first edition base Charizard, which, to give you an idea, there's 2 in the world.
There's 2 pristine 10s in the world.
And I actually own them both. Okay, this one card by itself is a Pristine 10 first edition base. And this one in Dallas, I paid between $80,000 and $100,000 for this one card. There's actually a couple of Japanese trophy cards that I have that are extremely rare. I don't normally advertise it because I don't want people coming after me to buy them.
What's the furthest you've traveled to collect a Pokemon?
Well, Vietnam.
You traveled to Vietnam?
I had a fellow who had known me from there, said there was some kind of a boat accident on the way to Korea or something like that, and they had Pokemon sealed cases, and he wanted to know if I'd be interested. He said that there's quite a bit of water damage in that.
Yeah.
But would I be interested? So got right over there.
What is the most rare Pokemon card in existence?
The Pikachu Illustrator card.
This is the Pikachu Illustrator card. It is the most valuable Pokemon card.
There's only probably about like 6 that are still known in existence.
If you have one of those Pokemon Illustrators today in mint condition, maybe PSA 9, condition in that, those are worth upwards to $150,000. Now, one of my friends, SM Pratt, he owns a couple of them.
You know someone that has more than one of the rarest Pokemon cards in existence.
I know he has had 3 or 4 go through his hands.
How do you think your card collection ranks up there with the most avid Pokemon card collectors?
I'd say top 3,000.
Probably the top 5%.
No question about this. I have the #1 Pokemon card collection.
You have the #1 Pokemon card collection in the entire world.
In the entire world.
Wow.
And if anybody has anything that touches mine, please get in touch. Please get in touch.
Have you ever been scammed yourself?
I mean, I've had a lot of really rare Pokemon cards I've had stolen from me, which,
People stole your Pokemon cards?
Like I said, it's a cruel world, man. These kids are ruthless.
There was a case of 6 boxes of first edition base Pokemon. I felt the wrapping around it, and it was a little bit loose, so I got a little suspicious. Okay. So I opened up one box. The top 2 packs were what they were supposed to be. Under those packs was just a bunch of garbage. So this was a totally scam case of Pokemon cards.
So you ended up getting your money back?
So I ended up getting my money back.
Do you plan to sell all your cards before you die, or do you hope to pass it on to your family?
100%. If I ever have kids, I'd love to pass it on to my son and or daughter. I'd love to have a daughter that's into Pokemon too.
As of right now, I can't see myself getting rid of everything.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be some cards that have either sentimental value to me or so rare that I would not wanna regret getting rid of them.
Yeah, you're like, bury me with my Pichu Illustrator, please. What do you think the biggest misconception is about Pokemon card collectors?
That you're a nerd. I mean,
really?
I have a lot of people that I feel like I show them my card collection and then they look at me different. I'm like, because I was just completely open. I would play Pokemon in school, talk about Pokemon. Yeah, I was just a Pokemon nerd. It kind of gave me a little reputation.
Maxmoefoe wants to know what your biggest regret is as a card collector.
In the very, very beginning, I sold a ton of beautiful, expensive for the time cards that went on to become icons today.
So my brother and I collected, we collected with all of our friends for years. When we grew out of it, we took all of our cards, including a lot of the rarest cards, and we sold them in a garage sale for $5.
What?
We wanted them out.
Not stealing my friend's rare Charizard that he had.
You should have committed a crime.
I should have. Subscribe to Anthony Padilla. It's like pulling out an ancient meal.
It's like pulling out.
Oh.
You got 5 seconds to shout out anything you want directly into camera. Go.
Yo, guys, go ahead and follow Super Duper Danny on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Follow me on Twitch and Instagram at JarenAdams28.
For professional Pokemon collectors, SM Pratt on YouTube. For Pokemon fun, Leon Hart on YouTube.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you so
Dude,
much.
no,
That
thank
was
you.
great. I feel like I fully understand the wondrous world of Pokemon card collecting now. After spending the day with these Pokemon card collectors, I've come to appreciate their dedication and passion to their hobby. These collectors derive a sense of childlike wonder and joy with these cards, which is something we could all strive to obtain for ourselves in our own unique ways. See you later. Bye, guys.
Press a like.
I'm sure you're not comfortable saying the value of all the cards you own, right?
I'm not sure. I'd want to know. you
Really?
know?
Why?
Yeah.
Too much responsibility?
Mainly because my wife would find out.